Before refrigeration, this Andhra chicken Urukai sustained soldiers on long sun-drenched journeys. It was the ultimate portable meal, built to survive the intense South Indian heat. By deep frying to remove moisture and using oil, salt and chilies, this pickle stays fresh for weeks without a fridge. But today, it's the ultimate mother's gift, packed into the suitcases of students and travelers to bring a taste of home to far-off places. Now, it's your turn to bring this legendary tradition into your own kitchen. For bachelors and students, this pickle is the ultimate lifesaver. It's a high-protein, zero-effort meal in a jar that brings a taste of home to your busiest nights. Let's dive into the making of this iconic Andhra chicken pickle. For the best results, use boneless thigh or breast meat. Slice the chicken into uniform 2 cm cubes, just slightly larger than dice. This bite-sized cut ensures every piece stays juicy while developing a firm pickle-style crust. Smaller pieces maximize the surface area, allowing the masala, oil and tang to soak deep into the meat. Start with turmeric powder and Kashmiri chili powder, some salt for seasoning. Add a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, add lemon juice. Marinating with lemon helps the meat absorb spices deeper and begins the preservation process. Nothing beats mixing by hand. It's the only way to guarantee a perfect uniform coat of spices on every single cube. Once every piece of chicken is thoroughly coated in the marinade, time to cover and rest for 1 hour in refrigerate. This allows the salt to draw out moisture and the acid to tenderize the meat for that perfect pickle bite. Next, dry roast these whole spices on a low flame to wake up their essential oils and deepen their aroma. We're lightly toasting these spices to unlock a nutty, smoky depth that forms the heart of our pickle. Use a small cinnamon stick, roughly 5 cm, to keep the flavor perfectly balanced. My Patti always taught me that the roasted spice powder isn't just for taste, it's a shield. These dry spices help preserve the meat naturally. The addition of roasted coconut is a little secret passed down through generations. Patti said it gives the gravy its addictive, nutty texture. Once you have added all the spice, let's begin to roast them. Always roast on a low flame. You'll know they're ready when the kitchen starts to smell like a traditional Andhra spice market. These spices need just 3 to 5 minutes. You'll know they're ready when the spices feel light and brittle to the touch. If you press a coriander seed or a peppercorn, it should feel hollow and snap easily rather than feeling heavy or soft. The coconut, however, should look like white or pale cream color. Once golden, move them to a plate immediately. If they sit in the hot pan, they'll keep cooking and turn bitter. Letting them cool completely is the secret to a fine, clump-free powder. Transfer the toasted spices to your blender jar to cool. This keeps all the flavors in one place before we grind them into our signature masala. Grind the spices until they reach a fine, silky consistency. It should feel like soft powder between your fingers with no gritty bits or whole seeds remaining. Take the chicken out of the fridge 10 minutes before frying. Now let's heat the oil. For a traditional pickle, we need a generous amount, far more than a standard stir fry. For the most authentic flavor, use gingerly oil. If you don't have gingerly oil, use a neutral cooking oil. Once the oil is hot, carefully set aside a quarter cup. This liquid gold will be the finishing touch for our pickle later. Gently break apart the chicken pieces with your hands to ensure each cube is loose and ready for the hot oil. Add the chicken pieces individually into the shimmering oil. Avoid dropping them in as a clump or they'll steam instead of frying. Keep the flame on medium-high. We want a vigorous sizzle to seal the juices inside and create a golden, crispy exterior. Don't overcrowd the pan. Giving each piece its own space ensures the oil temperature stays consistent for that perfect pickle crunch. Fry the chicken for 10 to 12 minutes. We are looking to remove most of the moisture from the meat so the pickle stays fresh for a long time. When the bubbles subside and the oil clears, the chicken is perfectly roasted. Transfer the golden fried chicken to a separate bowl and set it aside. Now it's time to bring it all together and get that signature pickle masala going. In the same oil, lower the heat before adding ginger garlic paste and the chili powders. Add our freshly ground signature masala and salt. The moment this hits the oil, the aroma will transform into a true Andhra pickle. Set the flame on lowest. We want to bloom the spices in the oil to release their color and flavor without letting them scorch or turn bitter. Bloom the spices for 30 to 60 seconds. As soon as the masala starts to bubble and release its aroma, bring the fried chicken back to the pan. We want to toss them together while the masala is at its most fragrant for 1 minute. Notice how the oil starts to separate at the edges. That's the sign that the masala has bonded with the chicken. Don't leave it on the heat for more than 2 minutes. We just want the spices to bloom and stick any longer and the delicate powders might lose their fresh aroma. take it off the flame immediately. It's time to let it rest before the final touch. Now that the chicken has cooled completely, it's time for the final ritual, the tempering. This adds that last layer of crunch and aromatic punch. Heat up 2 tablespoons of oil. We'll use a dash of mustard seeds, dried red chilies, and a handful of fresh curry leaves. These aren't just for looks, they provide the top notes of the flavor profile. My Patti used to call the tempering the soul of the dish. Then give it a good stir. Now for the finishing touch, some fresh lemon juice. Lemon juice adds that bright citrusy soul we love. It keeps the chicken shelf stable for months. Next comes the vinegar. Together, they provide the perfect tangy kick and act as natural preservatives. It is important that the chicken has cooled down before adding the acids. If the pan is too hot, the lemon juice can turn slightly bitter and spoil the delicate balance. Before bottling, ensure your glass jar is sterilized and completely dry. Even a single drop of water can cause the pickle to spoil. As you pack the chicken, press it down gently. Finally, pour the reserved oil over the chicken. This creates a natural airtight seal that locks in the freshness and keeps bacteria out. The hardest part is the wait. Let the pickle sit for 24 to 48 hours before eating. The best way to enjoy this is with a mound of steaming hot white rice and a dollop of ghee. Watch as the gravy stains the rice a vibrant, beautiful red. It's an explosion of flavors, tangy from the lemon, savory from the ginger garlic, and a slow warming heat from the chilies that lingers just long enough. This is more than a pickle. It's the soul of Andhra on a plate. If you're craving more authentic flavors like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a recipe.